Welcome back to the third quarter of the football game. Well, I'm sorry,
Close.
the Bobby Dupre show.
Only 9 days for LSU kicks off, ball. All the football's starting up. All
Better
our teams.
believe it. Got our tickets for the motorhome parking spot that we have. It came in, and of course, all the people who have season tickets, they're coming in daily right now. And LSU, of course, has a method of raising money there, that they raise so much money in the football program that they're able to subsidize some of the other programs in the college. With
the academic program.
That's correct. With the cutbacks of the state funding in certain areas of higher education, LSU football is coming through and putting in several millions of dollars. And of course, that's all through the generosity of people participating. Basically, the big fundraiser is the football program.
Yep.
And while they continually improving the facilities there, not only what we see, but for the students, for the football players, the training facilities, all of that continues to be improved. And if you're going to compete in the SEC, you have to improve. It's not whether you want to improve. If you're going to be competitive, and LSU is competitive, they were ranked by the AP board third. Somebody else had ranked them first, and that I kind of like that.
I wish they'd push them down even lower. That way they really get mad. Get
upset and
motivated.
Have to show us something.
Motivated.
That's correct. On the death side, we have several people that we want to make mention of that passed away, and of course the Mickey Schoenig death. That's when they found her body. Now the family is going to have a closure. They've chosen the Long Funeral Home on Bertrand Drive to be in charge of the funeral services, and the actual funeral services will be a very private family, and I guess a few close friends of hers over the years, because she was born and raised right there in the Lafayette area.
And I think they've talked about having a larger event.
Then they're going to have a big, larger event, just like they had, similar to what they had when they had the big fundraiser. And that's, I'm not sure where that's going to be. It's going to have to be in a place that can hold a lot of people.
Might have to be the Cajun Dome.
It could well be the Cajun Dome if they could get it at a reasonable price. And it might be donated, because she was a student. UL. And I might add, before I forget, the UL football team is going to have a decal of her about her initials and her name on it, because she was a student, as I just mentioned. So the community has really come together.
And the gentleman involved with the crime has confessed to the crime, has pled guilty, and is already in Angola State Penitentiary.
They brought him immediately following that. It was well orchestrated. I mean, it was well handled by the district attorney's office and all the others that were involved in this particular
and for the Pate family as well, because of the other young lady killed some years ago from the Church Point, from Lafayette, and found in the Church Point area.
And they have some strong reports. I'll tell you what, if he had not had a gun in the car,
she'd have got him.
She'd have got him, because she ripped him up pretty darn good.
She rode a bike quite a few miles a day, and then she went, and what she did when she was relaxing was she went and she mucked stalls and worked with horses. Now, if you ever been with a horse inside of a barn, and you got a horse, you can't always talk to a horse. You got to impose your will on a horse. And if a little woman like that could move some horses around, I guarantee that fella didn't know what he had grabbed when he grabbed her. She had to be strong.
This particular person says, her heroic and courageous deeds will never be forgotten. And that's what I think the feeling of many of us. And of course, another person who passed away recently, and I was able to go and be with the family for a few moments this past Saturday night, and that's Miss Deborah Howard, Mr. Mike Howard's wife. Mike is the the general manager of Evangeline Downs Racing and Casino here in Opelousas. She made a courageous battle with cancer herself, and her young daughter and Megan attended the Academy of the Sacred Heart together, and I was able to speak to the young daughter. And so to all of our friends and Mr. Mike and the family, our deepest sympathies. And last Sunday afternoon, I was able to visit with the family of Mr. Slim Oye. And Mr. Slim was 81 years of age. I remember when I first went into business, by then he had probably or soon after that went into business for himself. He worked for a period of time with Mr. Bertrand, the electrician contractor. And then, of course, Mr. Slim's son, Glenn, we closed because he's one of the board members on the 3 Mile Lake Corporation. So to all of his family, I wish them, you know,
your sympathies.
My sympathies, and had an opportunity, like I said, to talk to Glenn and his wife Cindy, and several others. And one other one was I was able to talk to James Sancerre. James Sancerre had given me 3 books on genealogy, which had his family and our family. Well, I'm not sure if his is in there, but his wife, Eloise Jobert, and our weekend, Ulysses Jobert, sister, it's her husband is James, and there was a $40 fee that I had never paid him. And so Sunday afternoon when we met up, went to sit right by him and we talked, and Glenn and I, and we were talking about this and that. And I pulled my little wallet out, my rubber band wallet, and I peeled him off 3 $20 bills. I said, you get a little interest on your $40 charge. And he put that $60 in his pocket, which he well deserved. It's a whole lot of great information on many families locally. And thanks again, and to the family, my deepest of sympathies. And then Mr. Ray Gilroy passed away. Didn't get to visit with the family, but Miss Elsie, my deepest of sympathies to you and your family on Mr. Ray's death. Mr. Ray and Cody and John used to play golf, if I remember correctly, together years ago. Miss Clarice Lonclos Kane, I always knew her. I always called her Miss Lonclos from Leonville. She passed away, and I knew her son, one son, the best, Clay Lonclos. My deepest sympathies to that family. And then last Saturday night, we have a picture of Cody and yes,
Here.
and let me get my.
Show that picture there, Mark.
Yep. Now where did it get? Let me get all my
You want
picture
me to name them
material.
for you
Nope.
if you don't know their names? I know the whole group.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, we sure do. We know that group. We have Cody on the left. Normally, that was my brother John's is my brother John's wife, and then Wilda, Vicky, and yours truly, Bobby Dupre. And we were at Bella Figura. I'll get it straight. Bella Figura on Calais Saloon in Lafayette, Louisiana, having dinner. And a little corner that they had right there just fit the 5 of us just perfect. And then, of course, Cody, I had met the owner, Jack Ainsworth. I had met Jack, and here's a picture of Jack and Cody. Real nice fella. Cody summoned him to come and meet us. He was in the building, and he came, and we exchanged pleasantries and delicious food, beautiful company. And Jack, if we owe you anything for taking up space, don't be ashamed. Send me a bill.
How long y'all stayed?
We stayed 3 hours.
3 hours.
3 hours, and it looked like it went by just
He
like
could have turned that table over 3 times.
Yeah,
Man,
I know. That's why I'm telling him. That's why I'm telling him. As much as I enjoyed it, maybe we stayed too long. No, he was happy that we had enjoyed it. Now, I'll put in a little plug for him right here.
Right.
He says, come and enjoy our expanded bar area. Pasta night is every Tuesday. All pasta is $9.95. That's a bargain in Lafayette.
And every
Let me tell you
Wednesday,
something.
5 for 5 at 5. 5 appetizers, 5 wines, $5 each every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m.
So very good on Kali Saloon.
That's Bella
Fagora.
Fagora. I'll get that. I'm not too good on those fancy words
Well,
like
you know,
that.
when you dress well and you look good, you cut a Bella Fagora, you have a good look to you. That's what they mean when they say.
they mean.
Well, yeah.
And then Cody also told us the story about a young man who was working for Dupre Logistics in the Baton Rouge area. He was making a location delivery of gasoline. And he was accosted by a couple of 2 or 3 individuals.
Hoodlums.
Hoodlums, I guess, would be the best way to describe them. And they insisted that he give them his wallet, so he gave them the wallet. And they didn't have any money in the wallet, and they shot the man. And didn't kill him immediately, but due to the gunshot wounds, he died at a later date. And I'm speaking about Bobby Fitzgerald Nelson. He was a retired military man, very young fella. I don't see his age right here, but
43.
43 years old. He had served 21 years in the military with all kind of medals of honor that he had achieved and worked for during his early part of his life.
And he was a hazmat certified driver for Dupre.
For
Logistics.
Dupre. And just, Cody said, just an example of a hard worker dedicated to his job and his family. And Cody attended the funeral last Friday and said that it was a sad, sad event. Again, thanks, Cody. And this comes off the, you go to your
You can go to the Advocate to get it as obituary.
Obituary. And got it right there. How about that?
Piggly Wiggly, the 3 little pigs with 2 locations in Opelousas and 1 in Simsport. Go by and enjoy their specials that they've got right now. And right now, on Friday, the 24th, they're going to have a Lucky 7 sale. You can get green peppers, extra large, for 27 cents each. You can get select cucumbers for 37, navel oranges for 47, green onion, 2 bunches for 57, and coleslaw for 67 cents. So good produce. Go by your local Piggly Wiggly. Got great meats and everything with all the locations.
And I might add that on radio station 105.3 FM, those of you living in the Avals Parish area near Simsport, they've got a good Piggly Wiggly store there with a wide variety of good fresh fruits and vegetables and all the Piggly Wiggly specials. And of course, that's Mr. Kevin Doucette's store there.
That's right. LHC Group, all your home health care needs. LHC Group can help you with the therapists, with the nurses, with all the equipment you need, from oxygen to the special lift beds, special chairs. They've got all that type of thing available for you. They can do hospice care and palliative care as well. We've got a health and wellness center here on Heather Drive in Opelousas. LHC Group, all about helping people.
And we have less than a minute left.
What you got?
In the third quarter, right? We're only in the third quarter.
In the third quarter. We got another quarter.
Miss Cajun Music Sarah Watkins presents the Appreciation Award to Mr. Carl Fontenot. And one of his early jobs in television was right here with this station here. You know, Tom Daly had really chosen a real excellent group of young men and women to work here. And of course, 3 of these are still with us. Matt, Steve, and Mark are still here in the production end of it.
And Carl runs the radio station over at his KRVS over at the UL campus.
Yep, and that's the Cajun French Music Association 24th Annual La Cajun Plaque and Awards.
1 minute break coming, radio and TV. We're going to see you for the last quarter after this break.